Welcome back to the Daily Signal. Today, we are taking a small break from the cybersecurity of organizations and businesses, and instead, we are bringing cybersecurity closer to the people, because this is something that could very easily impact you. Not in a data center, not in a corporate network, but right here in your living room. You see that little glowing ring on your smart speaker? That's not just a convenience device. It's a microphone array with more listening power than some intelligence gear. And the truth is simple, unsettling, and nearly impossible to ignore. Your living room has more microphones than a CIA, and you voluntarily plug them in. Smart speakers, smart TVs, cameras, thermostats, doorbells, all of them quietly logging pieces of your life, your voice, your routines, your habits, and sending those pieces to servers you do not control. So today, I'll show you exactly how your home spies on you, who profits from it, how attackers exploit it, and most importantly, what you can do to reclaim the last safe space you have. This is the Battlefront Briefing, and the front line is your home. Let's start with invisible witnesses. The devices that follow you, listen to you, and watch you without you ever noticing. Smart speakers don't just activate when you say the wake word. They constantly buffer audio, waiting for a false trigger. And false triggers happen. That means private conversations, arguments, jokes, intimate moments can be recorded without you ever knowing. Now look at the TV. Modern smart TVs track what you watch frame by frame, what show, what scene, how long you stayed, and when you switched, even how fast you scroll the menu. This data gets packaged and sold to advertisers you have never heard of, sometimes even to companies that track your entire household's behavior. And then there are security cameras, the thing that's supposed to protect you. Some brands had internal teams with unrestricted access to customer video feeds. Yes, unrestricted. Imagine someone inside the company watching live footage from your living room, your bedroom, even your baby's room. Together, these devices form a silent witness network inside your home, and most people never even realize it. This is where the battlefield shifts from physical devices to pure data. Every smart device in your home collects tiny, granular details about your life. Taken alone, they seem harmless, but combined, they create a digital replica of who you are. Your thermostat learns when you wake up, leave the house, return, and go to sleep. Your smart lights track movement patterns, when you are active, when you are not. Your smart fridge can infer your diet and your lifestyle. Your TV and speaker logs can predict your mood. And when all these streams are aggregated together, companies can predict when you shower, when you exercise, when you relax, when you argue. Yes, voice tone classifiers can detect stress and conflict, even whether you might be sick, depressed, or at risk of burnout. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now. And the domestic data that describes your life, your habits, emotions, patterns has enormous commercial value. It fuels hyper-targeted ads. It feeds AI models training to predict your behavior. It supports behavioral forecasting, helping companies anticipate what you will buy or how you will vote. Your home is not just smart, it's an information factory. Now, the big question. Who is making money from the intimate details of your life? Let's start with the obvious one. Big tech. If it connects to the internet, they monetize it. Smart home data feeds ad networks. It feeds AI recommendation engines, and it strengthens their behavioral profiles on you. But Big tech is only the first layer. Behind them is an entire industry most people never see. Data brokers. Data brokers buy your smart home data, combine it with your credit data, your shopping data, your browsing data, and even your location history. Then they sell your complete behavioral profile to the highest bidder. Who buys it? Well, three big groups. Insurance companies. They use smart home data to score your risk, quietly adjusting premiums based on your lifestyle. Two, advertisers. They want to know your habits with surgical precision. What time you eat, what you watch, what your routines say about your mental and emotional states. Three, political campaigns. Yes, political actors buy lifestyle data to shape targeted persuasion strategies. The shows you watch, the routines you keep, the stress patterns in your voice, all of it forms a profile. Your private habits, your daily life inside your own home, are a commodity. Not protected, not sacred, bought, sold, traded, analyzed. And unless you fight back, the market for your personal life will only grow. Now, let's step into the part most people never hear about. The real intrusions that have already happened inside smart homes across the world. The first image you see is a child's bedroom camera glitching. That's not a cinematic effect. That's what it looks like when someone else is connected to the feed. There have been cases where hackers, complete strangers, talked to children through compromised cameras. They whispered to them, they taunted them, they pretended to be Santa. They even tried to lure kids toward the camera. And all of this happened because the camera was online, unpatched and protected with a weak or reused password. Next, the thermostat. Smart thermostats have been hijacked and cranked up to 40 degrees or 104 Fahrenheit. Sometimes for extortion, sometimes for harassment, sometimes just because the attacker wanted to see if they could. Now, look at the third panel. Unknown login detected. It might look like a simple pop-up, but this is the moment many people realize someone is already inside your system. Smart TVs have been breached. Voice assistants have leaked private recordings, and in a major cloud failure, 13,000 Wise camera users briefly gain access to strangers' video feeds, proving that even if you secure your device properly, the cloud behind it might not be. Weak passwords, default settings, unpatched firmware, and blind trust in cloud storage. That combination is a disaster waiting to happen. And on the battlefront of your own home, it's a disaster that can hit anyone. After seeing those breaches, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But this is the moment the battlefield shifts back in your favor. Because securing your smart home is not complicated. It just requires awareness and discipline. Let's start with the basics. Audit your privacy settings. Every device has data collection toggles. Most of them are buried and most of them are on by default. Turn off what you don't need. Next, the unique passwords and two-factor authentication. This one step alone stops over 90% of smart home intrusions. Attackers depend on password reuse like oxygen. Then, firmware updates. Your devices need to be patched just like your phone or laptop. If you haven't updated your doorbell camera or smart bulb in 2 years, yes, they are vulnerable. Now a big one, segment your Wi-Fi. Put your IoT devices in a separate network. If one device gets compromised, the attackers won't be able to jump to your laptop, NAS, or work files. Whenever possible, choose local storage cameras or privacy-focused brands. Cloud dependency introduces risks you cannot control. And finally, use tools to monitor device behavior. If your fridge contacts a server in another country at 3 a.m., you deserve to know. And smart home can be convenient and private, but only if you take control. And now we arrive at the final message, the message behind this entire Battlefront briefing. Your home is supposed to be your sanctuary, a place where you can rest, disconnect, and feel safe. But the more we fill our homes with smart devices, the more we risk turning that sanctuary into a digital observatory, where every habit, every routine, every moment becomes a data point owned by someone else. Half digital, half private, half yours, half theirs. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Every step you take, securing devices, tightening privacy settings, isolating your IoT or smart devices network, brings your home closer to the version it should be, safe, quiet, and truly yours. This is not about fear, it's about empowerment. And it's about reclaiming the one battlefield where you should always win, your own home. Thank you for watching this Battlefront meeting. If today's episode taught you something new or made you look at your home a little differently, make sure to hit like. It really helps the channel grow. If you want to stay ahead of cyber threats, breach timelines, and digital warfare tactics, don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos in the Battlefront Briefing playlist. And remember, the biggest threats aren't always in faraway networks. Sometimes they are sitting quietly on your shelf, glowing softly in the dark. Stay safe, stay sharp. I am Max, Point Break Security, and I'll see you in the next one.